All right, guys, so before we get into today's show, I wanted to answer two quick questions from two subscribers. One is from Pat Talks. He wanted to know, how tall am I? This comes from the video that I made the other day when I was asked how much do I weigh. So I am 5'9", and the other one came from Leon Kennedy. He wanted to know what my favorite game of all time was. I do have that up on the channel already. It's back on a Get to Know Me show. Maybe I'll link that in the description below too, but it is Final Fantasy VII. But if you want to know why, I'll have that video in the link below. I just want to answer these two questions. The answers weren't quite long enough for me to make an entire video on them. So just wanted to kind of get that out there. The link to both of these guys' channels will be in the description below. So today I want to talk about what it means to be fake. What it means to be fake. I feel like, especially with social media, advertising campaigns, right? Everybody seems to be always selling you something that's fake. Like somehow, and I'm going to get into some sensitive topics. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just looking at it like it is, right? So somehow society has convinced ladies that every single body part that they have is somehow cosmetic enough where they need to spend money on it to make it better. Now look, I'm not trying to say that women can't do their thing, but you get my point. From your lips to your earrings to your belly button with your little piercings and your nails and your feet and all kinds of stuff. Like, it's like they want you to think that you're ugly unless you make these financial cosmetic upgrades, if you will. Same way with guys, right? They teach guys, oh, get into the gym, get your six-pack abs, you know what I mean? I feel like we need to break away from that, man. I feel like we need to be more real. I often wonder why we go through life and we spend more of our energy trying to be something that we know we're not. We know we're not, right? Than just being us. And look, I'm not saying you can't go to the gym. Like I said, I'm not saying you can't get your nails done or your hair done or whatever it is you do, but you got to be doing it for you. You can't be doing it because you've been told to do it or because you're surrounded by people who think that if you don't get that stuff done, you're not cool. Let's say that for your 9th grade year at school, right? You were being fake. You know what I mean? You were wearing clothes that you know didn't make you feel comfortable. You just wore them because everybody else was wearing them. You didn't want to be the odd man out, right? So you can't sustain that. So when 10th grade hits, you're like, you know what? I'm done with this. I want to go back to stuff that makes me comfortable. When everybody else is still wearing those same clothes. So immediately you're the odd man out again, or girl, right? And then what are they going to say? Oh, she's changed. She's different. Oh, he's not the same person he used to be. No, man. It's just been you the whole time. You just been lying. You've been faking it. They always say fake it to make it. You just been faking it. And I often wonder why we would rather be fake than real. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a fine line between being confident in who you are and then trying to be somebody you're not. And that is the distinction I'm trying to make here. So if I'm hurting your feelings, just really grasp what I'm trying to say here. I'm not saying that a lady can't go out and get her nails done and her hair done and buy a nice dress. And I'm not saying that guys shouldn't go to the gym. And I'm not saying that. But you got to be doing it because you want to do it. At the end of the day, life is about attracting people to you, right? So you can gain friendships and maybe even a marriage and blah, 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 right? But if you're being fake, you're only attracting the wrong kinds of people, right? It's not really you that they're interested in as much as it's the fake you that they're interested in. Does that make sense? And like I said, if you turn on the TV right now, even look at some of the YouTube ads that play in front of the videos, right? Just watch. Just take a day and just watch TV and watch advertisements. It's all geared toward you suck unless you do this. You're ugly unless you do this. You think you look good? No. Not until you buy this product. You see what I'm saying? And it's just weird how that works. I find it to be a certain level of control on society that if we could break that, I think it would be pretty cool, right? I want people to like me for me. And for the way that I get up every morning and I try to present myself to the world, right? And this comes into play. I remember when I worked at GameStop, I had to wear dress slacks every day, at least for the beginning. Near the end of my time there, they kind of slacked off a bit and let us start wearing pants. But in the beginning, we had to wear dress slacks. Some days we had to wear a tie. It felt weird because we were in there talking to gamers who were like, you know, 16, 18, 22, and they're all like, you know, in casual wear, and we're sitting there dressed up like we're going to a funeral, but that's the dress code, right? And I would get up every morning and be that, but I hated it. Like, I don't mind dressing up, but not to go to work. You know what I mean? And I hated it, man. I felt uncomfortable because I was being fake. I wasn't being what I wanted to be. You know what I mean? And like I said, it may be a weird analogy because it's work and you have to do sometimes what you have to do to get through work. But I think some people do that when it comes to just going to college or trying to fit in at high school. I think sometimes we should probably get up and just not even look in the mirror and try to do that one morning. Try to get up and just don't look in the mirror, right? I'm not saying don't brush your teeth or nothing like that. You know, you need to do all that, but just go outside and see how it makes you feel. I think you'll find that you'll be more comfortable than you think. I don't go to no extremes to be impressing nobody. Because if you don't like me just the way I am, then we don't need to be friends, right? Like I told you guys a while back in the video, I have this mindset called the process of exclusion, right? I think with social media, we're in this realm where we want to include everybody. We want 10 million followers. We want everybody to like us, right? And the second somebody doesn't like us, we question it. Oh shoot, how can you not like me? I am the coolest person ever. No, man, it's just statistics, right? Take the most famous person in the world, right? There's somebody out there that hates that dude or that girl. You know what I mean? It's just the way that it is, man. So I kind of flipped it. You know, I want a small, tight-knit group of friends and family who love me for me and I love them for them, and none of us have to get decked out for the other one or go spend a ton of money for the other one to suddenly like us. You know what I mean? We're just who we are. We get along and we do our thing. And I exclude everybody else. If I gotta fake something for you to be my friend, you're out. You're out. It's an easy decision, right? So that's what I want to talk about today, man. Why do we go through life trying to be fake? And like I said, there's a fine line between being confident in who you are and being fake. And I just wanted to kind of point out that distinction that I've always made in my brain. It really came up for me when I started freelancing. I started working from home and I wasn't in the public eye as much. I was like, this is cool because I don't find myself trying to impress nobody no more. And now when I go out, I'm the same way. And look, I'm not saying I don't, take showers every day because I do, but you get my point. There's a fine line between being confident and being fake. And my take on it is, man, just stop being fake, man. Be who you are, be comfortable, be confident, do your thing, and then exclude people who don't like you because of that. If you can't be you around somebody, man, they're out. Get them out. Don't spend your life wasting energy trying to make people like you. It's a waste of time. I'll see you guys right back here tomorrow.